Leonard's been a hot hitter for the Giants since about mid-June. He is compiling his best overall season ever in the major leagues. He's already hit more home runs in one season than he ever did before. He's already driven in more runs in 1 year than he ever has since reaching the majors. 1 ball, no strikes. Two men out. Clark at first. Clark not a threat to steal. He does not possess very good speed. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there's a high pop foul coming back this way. 1-1, the count on Jeff Leonard. It is becoming evident from all of the many notes that we get from fans who come to ball games here in Atlanta and signs that we see all over the stadium that the Braves have become quite a tourist attraction.
Sign up here to our left, somebody from Jackson, Wyoming, stopping by on their vacation.
Got fans here tonight from Juneau, Alaska, from Pineville, West Virginia. Here's the 1-1. There's a high pop fly into shallow right field. Royster back, Washington in. Claudell Washington waiting and taking it to end the inning. So the Giants are disposed of in the top half of the 4th. No runs or hits, a walk and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning 4 with a score remaining. Braves 4, Giants nothing.
Let's settle in here, all right? I'm guessing that they're hiding right out in this grass. Watch me, partner. It's all in the wrist. Oh, I got pitch. Big. Game on in. Let's get a look at that hog. Oh, nice meeting you, big guy.
The red man reaction. Satisfaction.
This Bud's for the team behind the U.S. Olympic team, the coaches and the trainers.
Okay, nail that dismount.
Stretch. Carry him high and duck under. We're going to get
The Olympics take teamwork, and Budweiser is proud to be part of that team. This Bud's for you.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Gurney. That's my father, Dan, out there. He thinks the best way you can have fun is take a Toyota Celica, paint it funny, and drive it around the track as fast as you can.
Boy, it's fun driving around the track as fast as you can.
But not me. I think the best way you can have fun in a Celica is to leave it just the way it is, then drive it around town as slow as you can.
Hi, Jimmy!
Wow.
Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
And SuperStation cameraman Mike Wimberly, Dog as he's best known around these parts, celebrating a 26th birthday today. We wish him a happy one.
Oh, you got to be a dog. Tough to carry that camera around all day. He is strong, does a good job, and the good news for Braves fans from Cincinnati, the Reds just got 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. It's 3-3. They go to the 4th.
Bruce Benedict had a base hit his first time up, came around to score an Atlanta run. He's now at the 294 for the year. 1 ball, no strikes. Jim Barr on in relief of Bill Lasky, who was knocked out of there in the 2nd inning. And the count now 2-0 on Benedict. San Diego at Houston now underway. Padres failed to score in the top of the 1st. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Bruce. He takes a strike. 2-1. Now the 2-1 delivery. That caught the outside corner, evening the count on Benedict, 2-2. Jim Barr, one of the many Major League players who played college baseball at the University of Southern California. Their coach, Rod Dato, by the way, will be coaching the American Olympic team as baseball is tried in the Olympics next year. Still 2-2 on Benedict.
Coca-Cola is very heavily involved in the sponsorship of the Olympics. The Dodgers are right there. They're using Dodger Stadium for those games. It should be very interesting next year.
Now the 2-2 on the way to Benedict, and that is pop foul. It's going to drop out of play over into the first base seats. And stay 2-2.
And we enjoyed talking to Rafer Johnson.
Yes,
it
we
was a
did.
pleasure. I had never met Rafer, and boy, what a class person. And he's involved with the Olympics.
Time called now. Rabb and Barr will talk things over. Ted Turner back in Atlanta
Yep.
from his many travels.
Ted and Janie right down in front. Just came in. He's been gone for a long time. He was in Europe, I believe. He might have stopped by up there at Newport, too.
Here's the 2-2, just a little high. Full count 3-2 on Benedict. Throughout his career, Jim Barr has been a good control pitcher. He just does not walk many people. Only 17 walks in 65 innings this year, 8 of those intentional. But one more bad one here, and Benedict will be on. Fly ball center field, Chili Davis. Waiting and taking it. That's out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 4th. Now the pitcher, Ken Daly, had a sacrifice bunt. Back in the 2nd. Ken, not a bad hitter. One ball, no strikes on Daly. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. You know what younger players are saying is one of the toughest adjustments they have to make, particularly pitchers when they make it to the major leagues. After having perhaps hit in high school, most of them have not done any hitting in college because of the DH rule. All the minor leagues use the DH rule, so they don't hit there. Then they come to the National League and they have to learn how to hit, and they say a tough adjustment for them is having to go back to a wooden bat.
Mm-hmm.
Because in college, when they did get a chance to hit, they would use those aluminum bats. Been a long time since they had to hit with a wooden one. 2-2 now on Ken Daly.
I look for that DH either be in both leagues or not be in either league, any league, another year or so.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Daly. He got him with a breaking ball. Jim Barr records his first strikeout. He's now set down 6 in a row since entering the game back in the 2nd. We go back to the top of the order now, and Brett Butler, who fly to center in the 1st and double down the right field line in the 2nd, driving in a run. There you see Butler's numbers for the year. It's conceivable he could hit 300. It's conceivable Ramirez could hit 300. Washington could. Horner is over 300 right now, as is Murphy. Bruce Benedict closing in on 300. Bob Watson's over 300. No mystery why the Braves are 6.5 games up right now. Combine that with good pitching and excellent defense. That makes Atlanta a very difficult ball club to beat. Let's not forget Chris Chambliss was on the disabled list right around that 300 mark. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Butler, and there's a line drive toward right. Clark backing up, though, has room and makes the play to end the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning once again for Jim Barr. We've completed 4 here at the stadium in Atlanta with our score remaining. Braves 4, Giants nothing.
You're one of a kind. Not one of the crowd. You want to be the best. Different from the rest. So take a break from the 8 to 5. Got to drive in the Air Force Reserve. So take a break today. And we pay the way. Well, you have to say. We like it that way. There's a future for you
Hi, this is Jerry Lewis for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and these are some of my kids visiting the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales. This year, once again, Anheuser-Busch is pledging over $1 million to MDA. It's all based on sales of Budweiser and Budweiser Light from August 1st through Labor Day. So it's an easy way for you to join in the fight against muscular dystrophy. Look for this display wherever Budweiser and Budweiser Light are sold. And thank you from all of my kids.
West Coast news viewers, do you know how the three networks get their news programs to you? They're recorded on videotape and played back 3 hours later. CNN, on the other hand, sends its news to the West Coast live. Fresh news with fresh reports, including updates from our bureaus in Los Angeles and San Francisco. CNN covers West Coast news as it happens. These days in news, 3 hours can be a very long time.
If you'd like to pick up the Braves banner, there's the address. Braves banner, P.O. Box 89162, Atlanta, Georgia 30312.
$7.
For 8 issues.
Right. That's less than $1 an issue.
And it's packed with information about the Braves major leaguers and the minor leaguers as well.
Even had a revealing article about Pete Van Wieren a couple of months ago.
There's Chili Davis bunting one right back to the mound. That is not what Chili wanted to do. And he's now 0 for 2. That's out number 1 here in the top half of the 5th inning. Joe Youngblood will step in.
There are a couple of things the new commissioner of baseball might want to consider, and one of them is that DH. They might get together and say, guys, let's either have it or don't have it. Let's not go to the World Series and say, oh, it's your turn to play by your rules this World Series. Next year, it's the other team's turn. And I think they're embarrassed now by the fact there's 14 teams in the American League. They have a 162-game schedule. And I got a letter today, a fan saying they play 162, and how do they divide it? They don't. Some teams play others more than another team, so it's really not a fair schedule.
0-1 the count now on Joe Youngblood. Youngblood grounded to third. Even the 14-12 is a little bit unusual. It seems like you should have the same number of clubs in each league.
Always had before. I don't know how they can come up with a schedule, though, for 14 teams. And I feel that maybe in the near future there might be a team or two more in the National League. Could happen.
Very possible. 0-2 on Youngblood. Did he go? Yes. Harry Wendelstedt, the first base umpire. The signal strike 3 to Joe Youngblood. That's the second strikeout for Ken Daly. And it's out number 2 here in the top half of the 5th.
I don't know. He's back in the dugout.
Now the catcher, Johnny Rabb, who grounded out to short his first time up. And that one will get through into center field. Base hit number 2 of the ball game for San Francisco.
Getting back to the scheduling, I know fans of other sports will say, well, in football, you don't play the same teams and things of this nature, or in basketball, the same number of times. Maybe in basketball, but in football, it's a staggered schedule. But baseball was set up originally to have the same number of teams, same number of games. Everyone plays each other the same number of times. And that, of course, disappeared when they went to 14 teams in the American.
Daly checking the runners. The pitch to Brad Wellman. Low and inside. Wellman flying to left his first time. Looks like Andy McGaffigan up again in the Giants bullpen. Tom O'Malley has moved to the on-deck circle, so if Wellman keeps the inning going, O'Malley would pinch hit for Barr. 2-0 the count. Another thing the new commissioner, I'm sure, will look into, there are those around baseball, I'm kind of for it, see a little bit of interleague play.
Doesn't have to be on a 100% basis.
No.
But you could work it in gradually.
2-0 the count on Brad Wellman. Daly falls behind 3-0. 4 runs, 6 hits for Atlanta, no runs, 2 hits for the Giants. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. And that's ball 4 to Wellman. Walk number 2 issued by Daly. Down to second goes Johnny Rabb.
Thought we might get a meeting with Bob Gibson, but so far he hasn't come out. This is O'Malley out as a pinch hitter.
O'Malley, a .260 hitter on the year. He has 3 homers, 27 RBIs, 1 for 11. Coming off the bench as a pinch hitter this year. So O'Malley bats for Barr here in the 5th. With the Braves leading 4-0, the Giants have runners first and second, 2 men out.
Kind of strange, although he might crack one, but he's a lefty batting against a lefty. Usually you dip down into your bench. Of course, it's fairly early. He might be saving right-handers for later.
Daly checking his runners and delivering to O'Malley, up high, ball 1.
Huckleberry Finn, Tom O'Malley, 22 years old. Here comes Gibson. I was just a pitch early.
Well, Daly's control was excellent up until the 4th inning. He issued his first walk, then issuing a walking Jack Clark. He has walked Brad Wellman here in the 5th inning and fallen behind 1-0 on O'Malley. The bullpen is going to start up. Looks like Rick Camp will begin to throw. There's Rick. When you have a lead and you're in the middle innings of a ball game, you start walking people.
And in this ballpark, one long ball and they're back in the ball game. I talked to Chris Chambliss in the locker room today. He's coming along okay, but he said, you know, when I got to be afraid of sneezing. He sneezed in the car, and he said, boy, it really grabbed him, and that pull muscle, it'll take 2 weeks.
Here's the 1-0 now to O'Malley. Bounced foul down the right side. That's a very, very difficult spot to have a muscle pull on the side if you're a ball player.
That's what he said. It wasn't just to go out and swing the bat. I just do other things.
Just bending over.
Yeah, and sneezing of all things. And you know, Chambliss, he plays hurt. Boy, we've seen him since he came over here just go out there when he probably shouldn't have, but he's hurt.
1 ball, 1 strike on Tom O'Malley. Rabb off second. Wellman off first. The 1-1 is over for a strike. Daly ahead in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McGaffigan has completed his warm-ups. He'll be coming in from the Giants bullpen to pitch the bottom half of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-2. The curve missed low. 2-2. Now the 2-2 offering. Line into right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Rabb around third. He will score. Heading for third is Wellman, and the Giants are on the board. It's a 4-1 game. So O'Malley delivers a pinch hit single, driving in his 28th run of the year. It's only the 3rd hit off Ken Daly, but it gets a Giant runner in, and the Braves lead now a 3-run lead.
See what kind of a pitch it was. It was a curve, and he just went down and got it. Wasn't a bad pitch, but he got a base hit.
So now Giant runners are at first and third with 2 men out, 1 run in, and the top of the order, Johnny LeMaster, the hitter. LeMaster 0 for 2. He's flying to right, grounded to short, and he takes a strike in the inside corner, 0-1.
Obviously didn't like the call.
He's had some complaints to the plate umpire a couple of times in this series. That one fouled back, the count 0-2. Brad Wellman standing on third. Tom O'Malley getting his first base lead. And the 0-2 on the way to LeMaster. Oh, that was close. Just missing to make the count 1-2.
Well, maybe they're even.
Here's the 1-2 to LeMaster. It's a curve that had no bite to it. Just stayed high and outside. 2-2 the count.
Bailey's really struggling. And Evans is on deck. Torrey wants him to get through this inning and get LeMaster. I don't know whether he'd allow him to pitch to Evans or not.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Johnny LeMaster. O'Malley off first, Wellman off third. And the 2-2 coming. He got him. Bailey struck him out. Third strikeout of the night for the young left-hander. And he gets out of further trouble there in the 5th inning. The Giants pick up 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning with our score remaining. Braves 4, Giants 1.
Hey, starting right now, it's Toyota's big Come As You Are sales event. Don't waste a minute. Come as you are. Wherever you see this sign, Toyota dealers are trying to sell over 66,000 cars and trucks. But time is short, so come on and make your best deal. Come as you are. Come out of your hole. Special truck incentives from Toyota. 2 dealers could save you big money. Most Corollas and Tercels at last year's sticker prices. Love your hat. So come as you are.
Your father gave it to you for your 5th birthday. Now it's your turn to pass it on. Any spray paint could make it red again, but Rust-O-Leum, with an average of 50% more protective ingredients than its nearest competitor, can do more. Its protective formula not only prevents rust, but gives metal better protection against chipping and peeling. So if what you're painting isn't ordinary, why should your paint be? Rust-O-Leum, any metal worth painting is worth protecting.
They fought one war with the rebels, another with each other. John Wayne and William Holden in The Horse Soldiers, Saturday on SuperStation WTBS.
Good evening from John Sterling and Skip Carey as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Here on the Superstation, wherever you may be watching across the country, Braves lead at 4-1. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Braves. A run, 3 hits, and no errors for San Francisco. There's the new Giant pitcher. You can see his stats, Andy McGaffigan. McGaffigan has pitched against the Braves a few times this year and has done very poorly. He was bombed here in Atlanta early in the year. He was bombed in San Francisco in the first game of the series out there after, ironically, pitching 4 perfect innings, and the Braves really went after him. Then McGaffigan came in relief in the last game of the series, and the Braves quickly went after McGaffigan again. So Andy's had his problems against the Braves. He's pitching here in the 5th with Atlanta leading at 4-1. Daly has pitched very well, had some problems in the top of last inning, giving up a run on 2 hits. And the Braves have made it easy for Kenny. Murphy hit a 3-run rocket in the 1st inning, and Brett Butler a run-scoring double in the 2nd inning. Rafael Ramirez leads off for the Braves. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Braves order. Ramirez, Claudell Washington, and Bob Horner should anyone get on Dale Murphy. Big crowd tonight, but kind of the calm before the storm. Dodger series begins tomorrow night. Fastball up high and inside, ball 1. Mentioning over on the radio side, Ramirez has really steadied in the field. He made a rash of errors early, but he's been really brilliant the past month or maybe month and a half. That's going to be out of play. And the count evens at 1-1. And Ramirez, a very, very consistent hitter. Probably the Braves' most consistent hitter this year. Vermeer has been right around 290 all year long. You see his latest streak of hits. Hitting 11 straight games. Good curveball by McGaffigan. It's 1-2. Now McGaffigan's 1-2. It's blooped to right field, but Clark right there, one away. Now CW has a big night going. He's 2 for 2. He's singled and doubled. We never received the scoring on the double that he hit. Really was a single, and he went to second on a wild throw by Jeff Leonard, but yeah, I guess they gave Claudel a double. So he's 2 for 2 on the night. Couldn't lay off the high fastball. Braves have a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. A good fastball by McGaffigan. McGaffigan has pretty good stuff. He has not been very successful against the Braves, but he throws pretty hard. Came out of the Yankee system. There's a good curveball down and in on Claudel, who fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. Nothing new from Riverfront Stadium. It's all tied at 3 at the end of 4. Dodgers and Reds. Reds looking for a sweep in that series. 1-2. Right through the fastball by him. Good pitch by McGaffigan. There's 2 away. That's the first strikeout for McGaffigan, and second by a Giants pitcher. Bill Lasky started. He was really hammered by the Braves, knocked out in the 2nd inning. Then Barr, now McGaffigan, and with 2 away, here's Bob Horner. The curveball is outside. Skip, you don't have any tickets you're not using for the Dodger series, huh?
No, I'm sorry I don't.
Line drive, base hit, left center field. Horner around first holes as Davis comes up. You know, you hear all these stories about World Series time or championship time in football or whatever. But it's nice to know this late in life I've become this popular when the Dodgers come in.
Friends you haven't heard from in years.
Right, here's Murph. 0-1. Murphy, if you missed it in the first inning, hit a rocket. that ball was headed towards space. It went past the teepee out in deep left field, and I mean, it was a bullet. A 3-run home run for Murph, who now has 24 of them and 80 RBIs. Then he flied out deep to right his last time. Horner at first with 2 outs. That's line to right field. It has a chance. Clark, it is gone. And boy, is that ever the Dale Murphy that Braves fans know and love. He hit a bullet to left in the first, a bullet to right here in the 5th. And Murph now has 25 dingers and 82 RBIs. And the Braves lead it 6-1.
the perfect time for him to get hot, and that's the way it was hitting him early in the year.
Gerald Perry takes up high, ball one. Well, that's exactly the way he was hitting him early in the year. Perry, a long fly ball to left field. Leonard back near the track, makes the catch through. And the fifth inning. We'll talk more about this later, but the Braves on another Murphy home run, this time a two-run job. Get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, no one left. At the end of 5, the score. The Braves 6 and San Francisco 1.
Once the name Eastern meant service only in the East. Not anymore. Today we spread our wings north to Canada, across to the West Coast, to Mexico and the Caribbean, down to South America, serving over 120 cities in 22 countries, flying more passengers than any other airline in the free world. Today, only our name is Eastern.
I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. For one thing, I've got this new policy from Life of Georgia. It's permanent life insurance for people who've got things going their way. And it's affordable. That's the big thing. With this plan, I can have as much coverage right now as my boss has. Well, the rates will go up little by little, but only for 10 years, right along with my income. So, if you're on your way up, take Life of Georgia along with you.
Ask about the Life of Georgia plan for people on their way up.
This Bud's for everyone who's in the groove. It's 5 minutes on the upswing of 5. Outside is 87 degrees under sunny blue skies. Stay tuned for my man Flash. I'm moving out of here, having myself an ice cold brew. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
All you do is for you.
I know.
Well, we go to the 6th inning here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Braves have opened up a 5-run lead, 6-1. Here's Darrell Evans, who had the first base hit of the night off daily. Now, he corks one to right, but he pulls it foul right over the Braves bullpen. Over on the radio side at the beginning, Skip Carey prophesied it'd be a great time to get Washington and Murphy hitting. And well, Dale Murphy has hit 2 bullet home runs tonight. It's only a matter of time before Murphy got his stroke back, and he obviously has it back. Pitch sailed up and in on Evans, so it's 1-1.
Worked out better in radio because I opened my microphone over there.
I guess they think you have such a strong voice. Why? That was foul tipped into Benedict's glove. It's 1-2. Nothing new from Cincinnati, 3-3 at the end of 4. Here, 6-1 Braves as we play the top of the 6th. It'll be Evans, Clark, and Jeff Leonard. Fastball is top foul. Don Buford picks it up in the first base coaching box. Evans, who won last night's game with a dramatic 3-run home run for the Giants in the 9th off Terry Forster, has really had some year. You know, I don't know this. I don't want to say something that is totally inaccurate, but I believe that Evans is a free agent.
Yes, he is.
Curveball misses. Boy, what a time for him, Skip, to be a free agent. He's having some marketable year.
I think the only question with Darrell will be the length of the contract.
He can play first base. He can play third base. Curveball swung on and missed. Oh, Daly, who had problems last inning but struck out 2, now gets his 4th strikeout of the night. And there's 1 away.
Tell you what, Evans can get by without embarrassing you in the outfield, too. So he could be in that role of almost a Jerry Royster type player to end his career somewhere.
Absolutely. And you know something we forget, last year there was a time when LeMaster was injured and Frank Robinson played Evans at shortstop. And here's the first pitch to Clark. He hits it deep to right field. Claudel back at the wall. Gone, home run. Jack Clark, he's got great power. Clark has not had a good year, but boy, if you get the pitch in the wrong place, he'll knock it right over the wall as he just did. Clark goes the opposite way, and it's a 16th home run. He's a good power hitter, Jack Clark, and it's a 6-2 ball game.
There's a case, I think, where the Braves just guessed wrong about the Giants' intention, taking nothing away from Clark, but Daly just threw a fastball down the middle, thinking down 5 runs, he'd take a strike. He wasn't taken, and he hit it right out of here. Claudel skied up there pretty good.
See Clark with his swing going in the opposite way. Well, Claudel got near the top of that wall. Jeff Leonard, curveball, line drive, base hit, left field. Leonard's going to be a terrific player. He's just starting to untap his potential. He's hitting with a lot more power than he ever has before. And you see him go down on the curveball and line it hard. Now here's Joe Torre, and Torre, when he goes out, usually makes the pitching changes. I don't know if Camp has been up long enough. He was up last inning. But Joe goes to the mound. Anyway, finishing about Darrell Evans. He played shortstop last year for the Giants for a spell. And, you know, obviously he's not Ozzie Smith, but he has very sure hands. I thought he did a good job there.
Yeah, he doesn't have great range, but again, he doesn't embarrass you in a pinch. Joe's got the hook with him.
Rick Camp will be coming in. The Giants have 2 things. 1, a predominantly right-hand hitting lineup. 2, they have 4 left-hand hitters on the bench. So Joe goes with Rick Camp to get a couple of innings, and before he uses a Bedrosian or a Garber. And Daly exits, he'll get a good hand. And as Daly leaves, we'll leave for this message.
You beat the team you had to beat. Hey, look! You did it in the dust and heat. Now you're thirsty and hot, and you know what to do, 'cause there's something big waiting for me and you. Coke is the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is the one that never lets you down. Coke is the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it. Coke is it.
This Bud's for everyone who takes on the heavy loads.
This Bud's for you. For all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do. This Bud's for you.
Rick Camp comes in. Rick started the Saturday night game in Los Angeles, got knocked out and hurt his elbow when he fell down. Camp had a trip. Boy, right out of the survivors of the Warriors. He was whacked around some way in almost every city the Braves are in. Camp has pitched both as a starter and in relief. You see some of his numbers, 9-9 on the year. Has had 16 starts and 14 appearances in relief. So Camp will try to go after the Giants here, who have a run in on Clark's home run, and Jeff Leonard on first base with a single. There's one out, top of the 6th. Braves lead it 6-2. Chili Davis, of course, turns around and bats left-handed. Davis hitting about the same way, both lefty and righty, but he has a lot more power right-handed. You see Leonard at first, he can run. And so can Davis in the batter's box. Camp goes over to first. Gerald Perry dropped the ball. That was pretty close. Well, we'd like to say hello to Bob Eggert, who's watching tonight in Fort Pierce, Florida. I know that Kelly Ivey wants to say hello, among other people. There's Perry, but you see the ball came loose on the tag.
They've played through 5 in Cincinnati, still tied 3-3.
You see, Leonard can really run. Giants really have a chance. They've had very poor seasons from Davis and Clark. But if you put the team together, they have excellent power. Now they've got guys who can run. Guys like LeMaster, Leonard, Chili Davis. Their young catcher, Johnny Rabb, can certainly run. Wellman. Don't be surprised if the Giants play a lot better next year. A pretty good young pitching staff. Very good bullpen with Minton and Gary Lavelle. Just for whatever reason, the pieces haven't fallen into place this year. I guess there's still time left, but not too much time. Camp going over there. I don't know if this is a good thing for Camp because it may take his mind off the batter. The Giants do not figure to be running down 4 runs here in the 6th. Pitch is outside, ball 1. You saw the split screen efforts of our director Mark Goldsmith and his great crew. Camp again is outside 2-0. One thing about the Giants, you know, we're colored in our thinking about different teams the way they play the Braves. And the Giants lead the season series 7-6. And the Giants really have battled the Braves all year long in just about every game. Leonard is going on the hit and run. Pitch is fouled off. It's 2-1. Davis has struck out, then tried to beat out a bunt and bunted it right back to the mound. Daly is gone. Rick Camp in his relief. Here in the 6th, Braves have a 6-2 lead. Dale Murphy, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs tonight. And both home runs were really stroked. It'll be a 2-1. It could be 2. Royster, Ramirez, double play. And for the Giants here in the 6th, they get 1 run on Clark's home run, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left. And at the end of 5.5 innings of play, the Braves 6 and the Giants 2.
Hi, this is Jerry Lewis for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and these are some of my kids visiting the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales. This year, once again, Anheuser-Busch is pledging over $1 million to MDA. It's all based on sales of Budweiser and Budweiser Light from August 1st through Labor Day. So it's an easy way for you to join in the fight against muscular dystrophy. Look for this display wherever Budweiser and Budweiser Light are sold. And thank you from all of my kids.
It's on right now. Toyota's big Come As You Are sales event. So, come as you are. Wherever you see this sign, Toyota dealers are trying to sell 19,000 trucks. All 83 trucks at or below 82 sticker price. Special truck incentives from Toyota to dealers could save you even more. But it's your last chance, so come as you are right now. Save over $500 on extra value truck options on the deluxe 4x4 or 4x2s. So, come as you are. He got a bang out of it.
The biggest game is on today. The whole town's got a part to play. But the hard work you do makes a kid's dream come true. And there's something big waiting for you. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it. Play ball. Coke is it.
And now enjoy new caffeine-free Coke. The can is gold. The taste from Coke. Coke or new caffeine-free Coke. Either way, you'll say Coke is it.
Another terrific crowd as you look at some of the Braves statistics here in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. I do mean that, too, because there are no promotions. The crowd was over 31, and the Braves have now reached 1,460,000 people. So when the Dodgers leave town Sunday night, after the Sunday afternoon game, the Braves will have drawn in excess of 1,600,000 on their way to 2 million or more. Jerry Royster leads off the bottom of the 6th. Line drive to right center field, but Clark right there playing shallow makes the catch, 1 away. Skip Carey, John Sterling, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. At the bottom of the 6th, the Braves have a 6-2 lead in back of Murph's 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Skip made a point last night. We were on the air saying that it's too bad that I didn't experience when the Braves were losing and just didn't draw here, and people wondered, well, would this franchise be successful if they won? Well, the answer obviously is yes, and this is kind of the proof of it. Not the big crowds against Los Angeles or on the big promotion days, but When you start averaging 30,000 for midweek games, you're right there. Bruce Benedict takes inside. Bruce 1 for 2, has a base hit to left and scored a run. Benedict has his average at 294 with a homer and 29 RBIs. McGaffigan inside 2-0. McGaffigan, the third Giant pitcher. Lasky started. He was hammered out. Then Barr, now McGaffigan. It's been Daly and Rick Camp now for the Braves, and Camp kneeling on deck. 3-0. That's Pete Falcone getting his throwing in. He starts Saturday's game against Los Angeles. He'll pitch against Alejandro Pena. Now McGaffigan misses on 4 straight. And here comes Richard to wield that lumber. In a situation like this where everyone in the ballpark knows Camp is going to bunt, I think it was in, Skip, tell me, was it New York or San Diego?
Oh, what?
No, I'm sorry, it was in San Francisco.
Oh, where he swung away? Yeah.
Bunt sign off. Camp swung away and hit a pop fly which landed at second base for a base hit. Now we'll see what Joe Torre calls out here. Takes up high. Boy, did they get on Camp after that.
Forrester said the wind was blowing out. That's all that got it to second base.
Camp had the nerve to say, usually I don't hit singles. I usually hit extra base hits. He has 1 double this year. Misses the curve. They had him swinging. And it's a easy 2-6 steal attempt cut down by John Rabb. So Benedict going on a hit and run. Good idea. Didn't work. And a good throw by Rabb.
I wonder if a sign was missed here and if a bunt and run was actually what was called. We won't know until after the game. Boy, Rabb made a perfect throw, didn't he?
Yeah, you really may be right. They tried that last night and it worked. Camp swung and missed. The reason they'll bunt and run with Benedict, he doesn't run well, so if you know that the pitcher's going to bunt, it's very tough to get him over there. It worked last night. The 1-2 to Richard. LeMaster. And that takes care of the side. A 1-2-3 inning in effect for McGaffigan and the Giants. At the end of 6 innings of play, the score, the Braves 6 and the San Francisco Giants 2.
Come close, closer, even closer, and see the clear advantage of Rise Super Gel over the leading foam. Super Gel moisturizes better because it softens faster. A clear advantage. To get the moisturizers in this much Super Gel, you need all this foam. For a clear advantage, Super Gel lubricates better, softens faster. For a super smooth shave, the leading foam can't beat. So come close, closer, even closer. Get the clear advantage of Rise Super Gel.
A double play. Anyone who pitches for a living loves a beautifully turned twin killing. Hi, this is Tom Seaver for the Sporting News, and we have a twin killing for you. 2 issues for the price of 1 to introduce you to the Sporting News, the Sports Bible. That's right, you'll get 26 issues of the Sporting News for just $9.99. 2 for the price of 1. And you can't buy the Sporting News for a lower price anywhere. It's the magazine that gives me the no-nonsense details of all Major League sports and college action. To love sports is to love the Sporting News, the Sports Bible. Why don't you subscribe today, and here's a friend to tell you how.
That's right, Tom. You get the Sporting News at the low rate of 38 cents an issue. 26 issues for $9.99. That's half the regular subscription price. To subscribe, call this toll-free number, 1-800-257-1234, or write to the Sporting News, P.O. Box 7500, Atlanta, Georgia, 30357.
Wealth, power, and passion. They've got it all. Watch the Catlins, the continuing story of the South's most exciting family. The Catlins tonight at 11:35 following the TBS Evening News.
Well, through 6, the Giants 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Braves have 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. In relief of Ken Daly, Rick Camp will face Joel Youngblood, Johnny Rabb, and Brad Wellman, or pinch hitters, here in the top of the 7th. And to carry along the rest of the way, Once again, here's the skipper.
Okay, John, thank you very much. Youngblood 0 for 2. He's bounced to third and struck out. Pam and Tommy Stone looking in Richmond, Virginia tonight. Tommy's brother Fred works for the Braves. Up and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Up the middle, Camp never reacted to the ball. He could have made that play had he gotten down a little bit. Looked like he lost it or something. He never made any motion for it. Sailed right by his foot and into center. So Youngblood is aboard. And Johnny Rabb, the batter, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Another big Braves fan, Dorothy Cranford from Marietta, just out of the hospital.
Well, that really was on, wasn't it? He had finished his motion to the other side, but still he turned back and I guess didn't see the ball.
Up and in.
Boy, what's dangerous about that is if you lose sight of the ball on the mound, you're awfully close to that bat. Forget about the ground ball. You better worry about the line drives.
1-0 the count. Mrs. Cranford's son, Bill, does a good job for UPI News Pictures here in Atlanta. 1-0 the count. Runner at first, nobody out. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Gary Lavelle and Mark Calvert now up and throwing for the Giants. Calvert, the right-hander. Close play, but he's back all right. Gene Garber now up in the Atlanta bullpen. Falcone was up a few minutes ago, just loosening up for Saturday. Fouls the curveball back. Camp ahead on the count, 1-2. Runner at first, nobody out. Rabb now up to 270 on the year.
But two of the teams in that dogfight in the East in the American League, the Yankees had a 5-0 lead over Detroit, and the Tigers have come back to tie it.
Foul tipped into a strikeout. Benedict held on. Camp has his first, and there's the first out of the 7th inning. San Diego a 1-0 lead over Houston at the end of 3. We'll have all the scores for you on the Redman scoreboard coming up in just a few minutes. We'll probably do it in the top of the 8th inning tonight. Bob Gibson to the mound to talk with Camp. Now Dwayne Kuiper will come out to pinch hit for Brad Wilmot. Gibson returns to the dugout. Murphy now only 1 home run behind Mike Schmidt and 5 RBIs behind Andre Dawson. Kuiper hitting at 265. He has no homers, 12 RBIs. They're through 6 in Cincinnati. The Dodgers and Reds tied 3-3. It's Royce and Pulejo in that game. With a 4-run lead, he sure worried an awful lot about Joe Youngblood. High and away, 1 ball, no strikes. 6 runs on 8 hits for Atlanta, 2 runs on 6 hits for the Giants. Neither team has committed an error. He bounced that throw over there. Perry did a good job blocking it. Harry Wendelstedt throws that ball out of play. It used to be that you played with the same baseball till it was fouled into the seats. Now anytime it touches the dirt, it's gone. The 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Threw the fastball by him. It's 1-1. Max Venable is on deck. He would pinch hit next for Andy McGaffigan. Youngblood still at first. There he goes. Hit foul. They play a little hit and run despite the 4-run deficit. That's a new trend in baseball, too. The Braves do things like that as well. So do the Pirates and the Cardinals. You can't let that lead psych you out. One and two, the count. Another double play ball. Royster on a funny hop. There's one, there's two. Camp throws his second double play ball in as many innings. Nothing doing in the 7th for San Fran. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Atlanta leads it 6-2.
Early in the year, these guys were down here scouting the kids. Now they're back looking for help.
The best has a taste all its own.
Hey, Bob, you got a minute?
Enjoy it.
In anything of interest, any time of day or night, CNN is the news.
I watch the fashions and I watch the weather. That's all part of the news to me.
I like your financial news.
I'm very interested in the money line.
I've watched the money line and the sports both. I'm very much interested in sports and money too.
I like CNN Sports very much.
Rates number one with me.
For millions of people, CNN is the news. Cable's most important network. Turn to CNN on your system or contact your cable operator to get it. They fought one war with the rebels, another with each other. John Wayne and William Holden in The Horse Soldiers, Saturday on SuperStation WTBS.
As the Braves behind Dale Murphy's big home runs are seeking to pad their 6.5-game lead, we'll have all these highlights of this game, plus a story about turning on an important sign back in Boston. The Citgo sign is returning. And women track stars are angry. They want to run long, tough distances. We'll have all these stories and all the important news plus features on the TBS Evening News with Don Miller immediately following the game.
We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Dwayne Kuiper stays in the game to play second base for San Francisco.
Jerry Royster made some play. That ball hit the back of the grass and went straight down, and Royster went down with it. Then the rest of the double play was routine. But Royster, who fills in for Horner and for Hubbard, fills in left field sometimes for Butler, fills in at shortstop, and really does a good job at all those positions. He's a terrific utility player.
And the top of the order for Atlanta in the 7th inning, it will be Butler, Ramirez, and Washington. Still after 5, the Yankees and Tigers 5-5. But in just a few minutes, we'll have all the scores for you on the Red Man scoreboard. McGaffigan working his last inning. They'll doubtless pinch it for him leading off the 8th. Johnny Esposito has a big group out in the picnic area from Johnny's Hideaway and the Platinum Club. 2 good stops on the Pro Tour.
Yep, and I'm sure they're having a good time because they always have a good time at those places.
We do what we can. Butler leads it off. Brett has a double and an RBI and 3 at-bats. It's 6-2 Atlanta, bottom of the 7th. The last we have, the Reds and Dodgers, 3-3. The Dodgers have changed pitchers, however. Niedenfuhr is in the game, and Royce is out. So maybe the Reds are doing some damage in the seventh. It could be that Royce, who hasn't pitched for a while, just ran out of gas. Fly ball center field, an easy play for Davis. 1 out. Well, Niedenfuhr came on in the 6th, so he got him out there. And now the Dodgers bat in the 7th inning. They've been out a while. Ramirez 0 for 2 with a walk. Claudell Washington, who has a pair of hits, waits on deck, and McGaffigan delivers, and the curve is a strike over the outside corner. 0-1. McGaffigan has not had a good year, but he's a good-looking young pitcher. Little pop down the right side. Clark has a long way to come. He will never get there. It drops in the Atlanta bullpen. 0-2, the count. McGaffigan will have a lot to think about this winter, about the problems he has encountered, and the home run ball has been one of them. But there are a lot of teams in baseball, if the Giants have given up on him, who would jump at the opportunity to get him. Fly ball, right center. Who wants it? Clark. 2 out. Washington has singled twice and struck out. McGaffigan gets the first 2 without trouble. He did that in the 5th. Then a Horner single and a Murphy homer gave Atlanta their 5th and 6th runs. Up and away with the fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Perez and Welch tomorrow night. We'll have it for you at 7:35 Eastern. Breaking ball bounced up there. It's 2-0. McGaffigan takes a little walk around. He came into this game with a 2-9 record, a 4.71 earned run average, and offered up his 16th gopher ball of the year tonight. Just missed with a breaking ball inside. It's 3-0. See if they turn him loose. They do, and he corks it to center. Let's see if he got enough. No. He flirted with a home run, but Davis went to the track to haul it in. Nothing doing in the 7th for Atlanta. We move to the 8th. Braves 6, Giants 2.
You've got to merge onto a crowded freeway, but you're running out of pavement fast. This is when you need Gulf Super Unleaded, the gas with guts. The unleaded gasoline with the extra octane you need to help stop knocks and pings, to make sure you have all the power you need whenever you need it. Gulf Super Unleaded, the gas with guts.
What do you take when you have a headache?
Goody's Extra Strength Tablets.
When the pain is extra strong, get Goody's Extra Strength Tablets with the 2 pain relievers doctors recommend most.
Here's what I take now. Goody's Extra Strength Tablets.
I get some real headaches in my job, but this sure makes me feel better fast. It costs less, too.
This one's got it all.
Get the best headache relief you can buy without a prescription.
Goody's.
With Goody's Extra Strength Tablets.
Goody's Extra Strength Tablets.
As promised, here's the Red Man scoreboard. Leon Durham, a grand slam for the Cubbies. Dick Ruth in the win. Bill Scherer has gone in to pitch for Cincinnati in the 7th inning, so the Dodgers might be doing something. And here's your Red Man scoreboard in the American League. As John mentioned, the Yankees blew a 5-run lead in their game. Toronto continues to experience problems. The White Sox have been red hot. Baltimore trying to cool them off. Max Venable leads it off now. Hitting for Andy McGaffigan. Venable at .234 for the year. 5 homers, 21 RBIs. Hitting .250 as a pinch hitter, 4 out of 16. Camp, who won a game against the Giants as a starter out there, guns for a save here and misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Meanwhile, John, our buddy Jiggs McDonald back in town.
I understand that, and I understand that he's looking to meet and greet people at his home for a special reason.
Yeah, he's trying to sell his house on Georgian Court out in Marietta, and he's going to have a open house Saturday and Sunday. Sure, there'll be some Canadian delicacies on hand.
I think that's a great idea by Jiggsy. He's been known to throw a party or two in his life.
So if you want to buy a house or have some laughs, just check the morning paper Saturday, get the direction.
His last name is McDonald, but it might as well be McKenzie. I think you'll have a good time.
Might as well be Mud. The 2-2. Pop foul back and out of play. The Dodgers got 1 in the 7th. They lead 4-3. The Little Devils. Somewhere along the line, it'd be nice to beat up on them a little bit. They have won 2 out of 3 and 3 straight series against Atlanta.
You mentioned before that Lasorda had to talk to his team.
Yeah, he flipped out a little bit last night. Bouncing ball, Royster fields, Perry covers, there's 1. Camp has come on and done a whale of a job here. He's thrown 2 double play balls, 1 to get Daly out of a bit of a jam, and 1 to ease the way for himself an inning later. Here's LeMaster. John is 0 for 3 on the game. Calvert and Lavelle continue to work in the Giant bullpen. Well, Nick Osansky's from Marietta, so he'd probably like to help us out. Maybe he can hit one with 2 on or something in the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off the mask and glove of Benedict. 0-2 the count.
If he does, I'd like to hear the tape of the next Tommy Lasorda speech.
He has pulled some classics, hasn't he? Just missed outside with a curveball. It's 1-2. Again, just missed. Camp and Benedict wanted it, but Randy Marsh says no. 2-2 the count. One out, nobody aboard. We are in the 8th, and he's run it full 3-2. Dr. Joseph Spanker looking in tonight in Cortland, New York. Fly ball left field. Pretty well hit, but no problem for Brett. 2 out. Fans from Washington, North Carolina here at the ballpark tonight. From Red Oak, Iowa. Chattanooga, Tennessee. They're here from Kennedy, Alabama. Here's Darrell Evans. 0-1 the count. Hartsville, South Carolina. Clarksdale, Mississippi. Paris, Tennessee. They come from all over to watch the Braves play. Charlotte, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina, excuse me. Stone Gap, Virginia. Horner gives it a look, but he will run out of real estate. It drops into the Giant dugout. So Camp ahead 0-2 on Darrell Evans. Evans 1 for 3 tonight. He's single lined to second and struck out. his first plate appearance against Rick Camp. Downstairs. Another thing about Evans that increases his value. He's a good clutch player, number one. Number two, he's a good guy to have on a ball club. The 1-2 pitch. Line to left center. That's another reason you might covet his services. Darrell is 2 out of 4. He's aboard with 2 down. And Jack Clark, the batter, he's 1 for 2. That a home run against Ken Daly. He has walked and lined out, so he's hit the ball hard every time up there. Gene Garber will go back to work in the Atlanta bullpen. Fans here from Juneau, Alaska tonight. Perry plays behind the runner at first with 2 out and a 4-run lead, and Clark looks at a strike. 2 out here in the 8th inning. Camp gunning for a save. Threw it by him, 0-2. It would be Rick's first save of the year if he can go the distance. He had 5 saves last year. 17 in 81, 22 in 1980, his best. Well, actually, 81 was his best year. It was 9 and 3 with a 1.78 earned run average and 17 saves. 0-2 the count. He's got a tough hitter up there. He delivered. Threw it right by him. Struck him out with a fastball. Camp going with his heater tonight and with good results. That's his second strikeout of the evening. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left. We move to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and the Braves enjoy a 6-2 lead.
We are Bronson and Bogey, Keaton and Kane. We are new stars and old stars, a real Hall of Fame. We are your favorites, matinees as a kid. We are the reason you move the way Rocky did. We are Cinemax.
We are cable TV's movie star with over 50 great movies a month.
We're doing movies good. We're more than Hollywood. We are Cinemax. We are your movie star.
Baseball star Jim Palmer.
I hate dandruff.
Can Tegrin control Jim Palmer's dandruff for 3 days without shampooing?
3 days?
Tegrin test, day 1.
Beautiful, so far.
Day 2.
Tegrin's still working. Good thing it's almost airtime.
Day 3.
Tegrin controlled my dandruff 3 days.
Jim Palmer, looking good.
Try Tegrin. It passed the 3-day test.
Tegrin works day after day after day.
CNN News Night. Now, no matter where you live in the country, CNN has live primetime news for you. While the East sleeps, the West is making news, and you'll see it first on News Night. The top stories, hottest Hollywood news, and late-night scores. News other people will read about in tomorrow's papers. CNN News Night, anchored from Los Angeles and Atlanta. Now the West has its own live primetime network news program.
Mark Calvert on to pitch as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. A youngster out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who had a more severe case a year ago of the ulnar nerve problem that plagued Gene Garber earlier this year. He pitched almost no baseball at all a season ago. He'll face the heart of the Atlanta order. Calvert is 0-3 with a 4.96 earned run average. He's been known to have some control problems. He has walked 19 and 16 in the 3rd innings. That's not so good. Horner is 1 for 2 with a walk and a couple of runs scored. He has twice trotted around in front of Dale Murphy, who has 2 home runs and sent Clark to the warning track for his other swing. There's a fast strike to Horner, 0-1. Horner, Murphy, and Perry. That evens it up. A ball and a strike. Calvert delivers again. Low and away, 2-1 the count. Calvert, 27 years old. Sharply hit but foul past Dal Peanuts Maxville, the Braves' third base coach. And the count evens at 2-2. John Sterling, Skip Carey with you from the ballpark in Atlanta, where the news has been good tonight. They go to the 8th, and the Dodgers lead the Reds 4-3. That's not overly good news. Foul tips. Rapp could not hang on, and so Horner's still alive. The Braves have led throughout. They got 3 in the first on a Murphy homer. In fact, 5 of the 6 Atlanta runs tonight have come with 2 men out. And a payoff pitch is due the Atlanta captain. Here it is. He got it with a slider breaking out of the strike zone. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Calvert strikes out. The first man he faces. Listen to the hand Murphy gets. Murph, 2 homers, 5 RBIs on the night. There's a good live slider over the outside corner, 0-1. Control is this kid's biggest problem. He's got good stuff. Chopped up the middle. Kuiper gets there, but he knows he has no throw, and Murphy has his 3rd hit. And Gerald Perry comes to the plate.
Well, once that ball got over the mound, Murphy has such outstanding speed that there's no way Kuiper could make the play. He did feel the ball, but Murphy on with his 3rd hit of the night.
Perry is 1 for 3. He's hit the ball sharply every time up there. He doubled to left, hit a 1-hopper back to the mound, sharply hit, and flied to deep left. He had 13 homers at Richmond. Oh, that was close at first base. And that's a pretty impressive statistic. That Richmond ballpark is a home run haven for right-hand hitters, but is very tough for left-hand hitters.
And he has a lot of extra base hits. He had 21 doubles, 8 triples to go with the 13 home runs, and I think 26 stolen bases. So he can run, too.
And he scored 81 runs down there, which is good. In fairness, though, that team scores a bunch of.
Yes, they do.
Murphy back easily this time. Houston has taken a 2-1 lead after 4 over the Padres. A group from the West Millen Baptist Church in Millen, Georgia, here at the game tonight. Again, they chase Murph back. Perry out of the batter's box. He sort of spreads out in there and stands very close to the plate.
Hey, you mentioned he's a cousin of Danny Dreesen. He kind of hits a little bit like him, crouches over.
See if Calvert ever gets around to throwing a pitch. Nope, not yet. Perry steps out of the batter's box again. And John's partner on the sports page, Kevin Christopher, out here at the ballpark tonight. Now Johnny Rabb is going to go out and say, hey, I want to play too. Throw the ball to me. I doubt that Murphy would be going anywhere. It's a 6-2 ball game in the bottom of the 8th. He could be, I suppose, but...
And you mentioned that Calvert has such control troubles because he has a good live arm, and it really doesn't help your concentration any to be so preoccupied with a guy at first base in a 6-2 game.
There's a good look at young Gerald Perry. Born in Savannah, lives now in Hilton Head. A strike. It's 0-1. Calvert now lives in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The 0-1 pitch. Down and in. It evens it up, a ball and a strike. Welch and Perez tomorrow night. He chased the bad ball that time, a high fastball. He saw one up in his eyes and jumped all over it, but missed. A ball and 2 strikes. Perry has not had any fielding plays at first base except for routine throws from other infielders. But we understand he has a good glove. Calvert decided to keep things interesting. Chase Murph back again. Fly ball, center field. Chili Davis misjudged it. Comes on now and has it for the second out. So Perry is retired, and here's Jerry Royster wearing an 0-for-3 collar. The Giants head on to Houston after this game. And the Braves await the arrival of the Dodgers. And don't forget the Padres here Monday and Tuesday night. Tuesday's game will start at 5 o'clock Eastern time. It was originally scheduled for 2 o'clock, but has since been moved. Missed outside with the slider. 1 ball, no strikes. Bruce Benedict would be next. There are 2 out in the inning. After 7, the Yankees and Tigers still 5-5. After 7, Milwaukee 6, Toronto 3. Kansas City at Boston rained out. Runner going, the throw. He is going to be out of there, and the inning is over. That's only the second time Murph has been gunned down all year. So that's it for Atlanta in the 8th inning. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, none left. We go to the 9th. Atlanta 6, San Francisco 2.
Carl Haas Budweiser racing team roars into the championship racing series. And at the wheel, Mario Andretti. They're coming your way, and they're playing to win. This Bud's for you.
Ground ball, great play by Royster. He dives for the bag and got him. What a play. Royster took a double away from Youngblood with a brilliant play at third base, and does that turn the game around a little bit. And give Torrey some credit for making the switch.
And that's what I was talking about a couple of innings ago, talking about Royster. I think it was after a double play. We'll see the play. It's hit over the bag. It could be a double with a run in second and third. Look at the play. He is such an outstanding athlete. He can make the plays at third. He can make the long throw from short. He can make the pivot on the double play at second and play very well in the outfield, and he's a very timely hitter. Jerry Royster is flat out a terrific player.
Even if Horner makes the same play, I doubt Bob has the quickness to beat Leonard to the bag. Here's Johnny Rabb, and he looks at a change for a strike. It's 0-1. Rabb 1 for 3. Singled and scored back in the 5th. Chili Davis at second, Youngblood at first, 1 out. Another change. He made him look awful. It's 0-2. It's 6-2 Atlanta in the 9th. Bouncing ball to third again. This one's foul. Came back with a change again. Rabb had a better swing that time. Count stays 0-2. Bruce Benedict to the mound for a moment. Now Randy Marsh wants a look at the baseball and puts a new one into play. They're through 8 now. Dodgers 4, Reds 3. So Cincinnati has but one more chance. They work against Tom Niedenfuhr, who's in relief of Jerry Royce. Royce must have pitched all right tonight, however. The bouncing ball to third. Royster steps on the bag and throws low. Wild throw. A run will probably score. It will, and Rabb stops at second base. Well, Jerry made the play all right at third, made a good play, but then overthrew the ball to first base. Tried to get a little extra on it and threw it into the ground, and Perry didn't have much of a chance on that one.
Rabb hit it hard, and Royster tagged the bag and then fired it straight down. The ball bounced too far in front of Perry. It's not Perry's fault. That ball bounced so far away from him, he couldn't snap the glove at it.
Second error of the inning and of the night for Atlanta. That makes it a 6-3 game. You still don't have the tying run at the plate. That's what you worry about. Dwayne Kuiper will bat. Milt May is on deck. There's a strike to Kuiper. Ben Hayes pitching now in the 9th inning for the Reds against the Dodgers. Probably a pinch hitter for Scherer in the bottom of the 8th. Braves 1 out away from a victory. The 0-1. It's 0-2. So Garber has him set up now. Rabb at third with 2 outs. But his run means nothing. The 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Into the dirt. Good play, Benedict. 1-2 the count. The left-hand hitter waits. The 1-2 pitch. Hot shot up the middle. Now the tying run comes to the plate as Rabb trots across, making it a 6-4 game, and a guy with some pop. Milt May is the batter. Kuiper delivers an RBI single, driving in his 13th run of the year.
The changeup was hammered by Kuiper. He really waited on that ball very well and lined it right up the middle. Well, as Skip said, now Milt May, and he can hit him out. And the Giants at least have the tying run here in the 9th, right to the plate.
May with 6 homers, 19 RBIs in limited playing time. He's hitting .243. Johnny LeMaster would be next. May, a veteran catcher. Does not run well at all. You get him on almost any ground ball. Runner at first, 2 out. A 2-run game. A strike, a slider over the inside corner, 0-1. May out of Gary, Indiana. Been with the Pirates, the Astros, the Tigers, the White Sox, and now the Giants. Been in the big league since 1970. The pitch. Bouncing ball. Perry Fields, he'll take it himself, and the Braves have won it. May bounces up, and Atlanta has won the game. Meanwhile, the Dodgers failed to score in the 9th at Cincinnati. The Reds up for their final bats. Here the final. Braves 6, Giants 4. Totals and highlights right after this.
Covering Jerry Pate is a super opportunity for a photographer.
If I win this tournament, I'm going to make you famous.
I counted on my Canon AE1 program with all the features a pro wants to capture all the sides of Pate's game.
Now it's your turn. I told you I was going to make you famous.
The AE1 program makes the toughest shots simple.
The Canon AE1 program. So advanced, it's simple. Canon, the official camera of the Atlanta Braves.
The Paul Newman Carl Haas Budweiser racing team roars into the championship racing series. And at the wheel, Mario Andretti. They're coming your way, and they're playing to win. This Bud's for you.
Most people have to wait for the network news to come on. But people who have cable news network never have to wait for the news to come on. Because cable news network is always on, 24 hours a day. Discover the variety of CNN. Its newsmaker interviews, investigative reports, unusual features, and of course, news. Turn on CNN throughout the day, and you'll never have to wait for the news again.
Braves win it 6-4, and John has the totals.
And for the Giants, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. For the Braves, 6 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. The Giants left 5, the Braves left 3. Losing pitcher Bill Lasky, hammered out in the 2nd inning, is now 12-9. Ken Daly gets the win. He's now 3-3, and the save goes to Gene Garber, his 7th. The game-winning RBI, Dale Murphy, and that's number 11 on the year for Murph. And we'll see that game-winning RBI in our highlights of tonight's Braves win. In the 1st inning, Murph was up with 2 on. He had a rocket to left field off Lasky. Look how far back that goes in the lower deck. A 3-0 ball game on the big home run by Murph. That was 1 of 2 for Murphy tonight. That was a 3-run home run, and the Braves had a 3-0 lead. The Braves added to that lead in the top half of the 2nd inning. Braves had a runner on and 1 out, and Brett Butler lined this one right over the bag down the right field line for a run-scoring double. It was Butler's 29th RBI of the year. That scored Bruce Benedict, and the Braves led 4-0. Then later in the ballgame, off relief pitcher Andy McGaffigan, Murphy goes the other way, where so many of his homers have gone. A 2-run job for Murph, his 4th and 5th RBIs on the night. Murphy now has 25 homers, 82 RBIs. Bob Horner scores ahead of Murph, and the Braves had a 6-1 lead. Braves made it stand up due to good relief pitching by Rick Camp and Gene Garber. 2 on and no one out in the 9th, and Jerry Royster makes some stops, scrambles to a feet, and makes the force out of Jeff Leonard at 3rd base. And the Braves went on to win by the score of 6-4. The Braves now have a record of 70 and 45 on the year.
And they will lead the National League West by either 6.5 or 7.5 games, depending on how the Reds do in the bottom of the 9th, and you'll get a final score on that game, I'm sure, on the TBS Evening News. For our director, Mark Goldsmith, our TBS crew, for John Sterling, Ernie Johnson, and Pete Van Weeren, Skip Carey inviting you to be with us tomorrow night. TV time 7:35 when the Dodgers come to call. Pascual Perez will work against Bob Welch. 6-4 Atlanta, the final tonight. So long, everybody.
Atlanta Braves baseball. America's team. Braves baseball has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, and the proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly, and the official airlines of the Atlanta Braves. Toyota Cars and Trucks, who remind you that it's a good feeling to buckle up for safety. So get the feeling whenever you drive. And by the people in your town who bring you delicious, refreshing Coca-Cola. When it comes to big refreshment, Coke is it. Canon, so advanced, Canon is the world's leader in 35mm photography, Gulf Oil, and Gulf Super Unleaded. If your car knocks and pings, don't get mad. Get Gulf Super Unleaded, the gas with guts. And by CNN and CNN Headline News.